IVM. Welcome to this episode of This Round is on Me. My guest today is neither a celebrity, nor an entrepreneur, nor a thought leader, or anyone like we've had on the show so far. She's my 7-year-old daughter, Diya. I often find myself talking about all the ways I'm performing the balancing act of being a working mother. But as we come up on Mother's Day, I decided to put myself on the stand for a change and get the real dope on what my daughter, as a mother, working or not. Diya, welcome to the show. Are you excited?
Yes.
Okay, so I know that since last year, you've had to stay at home and do homeschooling and virtual school. So how was the experience for you?
I couldn't do anything, but I could still play with my friends.
But you couldn't do anything as in like about going to school
Yes,
or just generally with the lockdown?
generally with the lockdown.
So tell me a little bit about it. What's the last year been like for you?
It has still been good and fun.
Yeah? So you managed to make it fun even though you were at home and you couldn't go to school?
Yes.
What was fun about it?
I could make puzzles, I could do some fun activities, and I get to also cook in the kitchen.
Oh, yeah, which you don't get to do when you're in school, right? All day.
Mm-mm.
And are you okay with having another few months of school like this?
Yes.
Because it might be a while before you can go back.
Yes.
Yeah? What about your friends in school? Are you not missing them?
I am missing them.
And what has been the favorite thing of last year for you? The most fun thing?
Cooking.
Cooking. So, of course, you know that Daddy and I have a restaurant. Do you think you want to work there one day? Yeah?
Yes.
What do you want to do in the restaurant?
I want to cook and make the menus.
Oh, you want to make the menu?
Yes.
Wow. So, Diya, you know that Daddy and I work together and we go to work almost every day. And sometimes we come home quite late. So, how do you feel about that?
I feel actually good because then I get to do more stuff without them.
Oh, you get to do more without us?
Yes.
Like what?
Like, I get to do more things like watching TV, playing with my toys, doing puzzles.
And hanging out with your friends.
Yes.
So, you don't mind if I go to work?
Yeah. And you
It's okay?
also need it for your stuff.
I need it for my stuff as in?
You also need to go to work because you need to make all the things for all the restaurants, and sometimes you also go for the works in your side.
My side
As
isn't?
in the house is getting big, and sometimes you go out to see which wood you need or how will you fix it.
Oh, yeah, we're doing some renovation work. So, what's the favorite thing about the restaurant? What do you like about the restaurant?
I get to eat yummy stuff.
All the
Yes, all
time?
the time.
And what's your favorite dish on our menu from all the restaurants?
I like the French fries and the waffles.
French fries and the waffles, that's my favorite too. Okay, so tell me, what's the one thing you love doing with me or with Daddy or with your Masis?
With one of my Masi, I like cooking. With my second Masi, I like making books with her. Then with you, I like making the puzzles since you're so good at making them. And then with Daddy, I like watching TV.
Oh, really? What's your favorite show?
When I watch with Daddy, my favorite shows are cooking shows. Because I watch all the cooking shows with Daddy.
Yeah, you do. I think you really like cooking, don't you? What's your favorite thing that you make in the kitchen?
Um,
What all have you learned to cook?
you you tell me to cook cupcakes or cookies or the apple pie for you.
I know. But what's your favorite thing?
My favorite thing is the apple pie that I made.
That's cool. And so it sounds like you kind of know what you want to be when you grow up. You want to tell
I
me?
want to be a chef when I grow up, and I want to take my own restaurant.
Oh, really? So you've seen how hard sometimes Daddy and I have to work, and it's very long hours. And sometimes we argue about things about the restaurant. So you still want to open your own restaurant?
Yeah.
Wow. So we haven't put you off opening your own restaurant, huh?
And I get to take away my own food. So I'll take away every single thing in the restaurant.
You take away your own fruit?
Food!
Food. Oh, right. So speaking of fruit, or not speaking of fruit, but now speaking of fruit, have you seen all the vegetables, of course, that we grow on our farm in Alibag?
Yes, I've seen all the vegetables like the tomatoes, the beetroots, the bananas, the spinach, the fresh cherry tomatoes, and the basil, what else do you grow?
What's your favorite?
Sometimes when we go out, I see the mustard leaves.
Right. And what's your favorite vegetable that you like making from the farm?
I like the spinach because always my nanny makes spinach soup.
You only like it when Nani makes it, right?
Yes.
So, Dia, we've been spending a lot of time in Alibag instead of in Bombay because, as you know, that Bombay is a little bit going through a lot because of Corona right now. And so we've decided to spend time in Alibag, away from the city. And that also means that sometimes you don't get to spend time, meet your friends. So, are you okay with that? Do you understand what's going on? Are you okay with being in Alibag?
I am okay because I actually have my own dogs and I have my own puppy and then I have a lot of company.
That's true. So in Alibag, you have more animal-like company, and in Bombay, you have more human-like company. Is that right? Yeah. And what do you miss about Bombay? Do you miss anything about Bombay?
I miss my friends and I miss my house.
Yeah, and I know you miss your Wi-Fi connection. So, Dia, can you imagine our life without internet?
No, I do not. I can't even imagine life without internet.
What would you do? Just imagine if you didn't have internet for one day.
I don't know. I can't even live without internet.
I know, but what if you had to? What would you do?
You better not make me not have internet.
Should we do it as an experiment?
No.
Come on. One day. What's one day?
Okay, fine. Only one day, no school.
No school? Oh, that's clever. So no internet means no school? No, we'll do it on a Saturday.
No. On a school day, we can do it.
Okay, so tell me what. Sorry?
But then on the school day, it has to end at 3 o'clock.
Okay, we'll think about it. But what would you do? So say you don't have school and you don't have internet. So what would you spend the day doing?
I would go in the pool, or I will go for a cycle ride to the lake, or I'll play with my dogs, or I can go to my friend's house and play because there I only have 2 friends in Alibag that are here.
Cool. So you can live without the internet.
But I hope not.
Oh. So, Dia, if you know the summer holidays are coming up, so if there was one place you could go to anywhere in the world, where do you feel like going?
I would would go. I don't know. Where should I go?
You don't have to go anywhere.
Well, if it was, I would go. If I had to go anywhere, I would go to my friend Judy house because he's my best friend. He's like a brother to me.
Oh, that's really sweet. So you don't mind just staying in Alibag for the summer holidays?
Yes.
Oh, that makes it easy for us. So tell me something about the last 1 year that you never ever want to forget. The best part of the last 1 year.
But it also doesn't make it easy for me so much because Daddy always gets to go for 1 day to work.
I know.
Now, that's why I'm going to go with him.
Yeah, you can go with him when things get better, right? When it's a bit safer.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the one best thing about the last 1 year that you'll never ever forget? Like your favorite memory?
Indy?
Getting Indy?
Yes.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know, Indy's a puppy sleeping somewhere as usual.
She's sleeping out over there next to the bed.
And what else?
And you and Daddy.
Oh, thank you. But listen, when we first got Indy, I mean, she was really cute and you really, really, really wanted a puppy. And then we got her from our neighbor. But then you were really scared in the beginning, right?
Because it's a new puppy that we have got. I was little scared on the first. But when I get more days with her, then I get little more used to her.
Yeah? And now you like having her around?
Yes.
Yeah? Do you think everyone should get a puppy?
Well, not everyone should get a puppy.
Then who?
Yudi has a dog, but it was a puppy. And then Bella already has one. I think Sarah should get a puppy. I think some of my school friends should get a puppy.
Only some of your school friends?
I don't think all of them should get a puppy.
Why?
Some people might be allergic to puppies.
True.
Some people might not be able to take care of a puppy. Some people might not feel like getting a puppy.
True. That's so true, actually. So, you have so many friends. You have friends in your building. You have friends outside of school. You have your school friends. So, what do you want to tell your friends today? Imagine they're all listening to you and you can say anything you want to them. What would you like to tell them?
Well, when after school and now I do a podcast, and then next time when I do school, I would tell them that I was on a podcast and everyone will be able to hear me.
That we will for sure. We're going to tell everyone to listen to you. But what message do you want to give them? Do you want to tell them anything about not being scared of what's happening or anything? What do you want to tell them?
So on school, we have been working on our worry monsters, and we write down all our worries we have. And then everyone's worry was Miss Priyanka having COVID. And then some of us were worried like I can't sleep alone. Some of us were worried that the lockdown is going to start. And then there are some worries that some of us are going to get COVID.
So what do you want to tell your friends who have all these worries?
So I actually had 4 worries. Miss Priyanka getting COVID, the lockdown is going to happen, I getting COVID, and then also I might not get to go to the real school and do some activities. The garden might be on lockdown if too many people are getting COVID in the building, because 4 people got COVID in our building, and they said if 2 more people got COVID, they'll get the whole building on lockdown. So thank God those that one person got the COVID came off. Then two of those people got COVID came off, and then two more people got COVID. So thank God the building is still not on lockdown.
Yeah, that's true. But what do you want to tell people who have like worries like you, or how do you deal with your worries?
For the COVID worry, I would deal it like when I go out, I need to wear my mask, sanitize my hands, wash my hands, keep distance. I need to do all the rules, so I try not to get COVID.
That's really good, yeah. I mean, I hope all your friends are listening, right? And they're doing the same thing.
Yes, because also one of my friend, she didn't take care of herself so properly. She got COVID, but thank God she got out of it. And also her father got COVID, but he got out of it.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's possible. Like sometimes it can happen. You just have to be careful. So, is there any other message you want to tell your friends? Something not COVID related, maybe?
And one more thing about COVID is when you finish getting the COVID, it won't come back the second time to you until 6 years.
Oh, really? Where did you hear that?
That is what my friend's father said to me.
Okay, I'm not so sure about that. We don't know that yet because it hasn't been 6 years since COVID happened. So we don't know that for sure, but you still have to be careful.
I mean, 6 months.
Oh, 6 months. Okay. Well, again, we're not entirely sure about that. So let's not let our guard down just because we've had it, right? We still have to wear our masks and everything. Yeah? Is there anything else you want to tell your friends, or you want to tell me? Anything that you want to tell me on this video recording?
Well, I'm pretty sure you know everything about me because I can't remember anything you don't know about
Oh,
me. You know every single thing.
well,
about
that's kind of like a it's sort of like a skill, a magic skill that all mums have, where they know everything about their kids, even when their kids aren't around. But is there anything you'd ever want to change or do differently, or anything else you want to tell me or daddy or anyone? This is your chance to give a message to the world. What do you want to say?
I don't know really.
No? That's cool.
Because I'm not so afraid of COVID.
It doesn't have to be relating to COVID. It can be anything else. Do you remember your life before COVID? Do you remember all the things you did before COVID?
No, I don't even remember. I think when I started my life, I think I was still wearing mask because I don't remember the first time I was wearing mask and why I was wearing mask.
Yeah, it's been a while, right?
Yeah, 1 year's already finished of that.
That's true.
1 year and a month.
So let's talk about something fun. What's the funniest thing you've seen or heard or done?
The funniest thing is when I was in school and I was reading a book on epic, and it was like a book and it had all sorts of jokes on it.
Really? And did you laugh out loud?
Yes. Miss also muted me because I laughed out loud.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I think we should do that more often. What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you any advice for grown-ups or for your friends, or for what about the young kids who are joining school now, who are joining your school, or your teachers or anyone? Do you have any advice? No?
No.
Okay. So Dio, at the end of my show with all my guests, I usually ask them, I have a rapid fire session where I ask them all these questions and you have to say the first thing that comes to your mind. Okay? So Dia, what's your favorite food?
My favorite food over here in Alibag is, I think Daddy always calls for it, is the vada pav I eat in Alibag.
Good one. And what about in Bombay?
Bombay, I like dosa.
Cool. I like dosa too. But I have to agree with you. The vada pav in Alibag is smashing. Okay, what's your least favorite food?
In Bombay, my least favorite food is. I actually don't have a least favorite food because everything I love.
Oh, really? I'm so impressed. I'm going to keep this in mind for dinner tonight.
Mama, don't. Please.
Okay, and what is your favorite color?
Color is pink, blue, and purple.
Really? I can see those are the colors you're wearing. And what is your favorite TV show?
My favorite TV show on Netflix, my favorite TV show is The Worst Witch and Nailed It. So
Worst Witch? What's that about?
So these are about witches, and then there's one non-witch which becomes a witch.
No, that's a lot of witches. And which is the other one?
And then the other one is about cooking.
You know the difference between witch is the other one and the wicked witch?
Yes.
Okay, and which is your other favorite show?
My other favorite show is called Nailed It, and it's about the cooking show where there are 3 contestants and they have to make the right. So I am going to make. They have to make the right food that they get. Like the icing has to be great, the cupcake has to be great, the cake pop has to be great, or the cookie. Anything they are making, it has to be just like the other thing.
So you mean they're given something and they have to copy it and make it exactly like that?
Yes, and it has to taste good. It has to be like moist. The cake has to be cooked, not undercooked. It has to be like that.
Wow, I'm impressed, Dia. And with that, are you enjoying the podcast? Do you want to talk a bit more? Do you want to chat a bit more? Do you want to tell us a bit more about yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, I have one last question for the rapid fire. Who do you love more, Daddy or me?
I like you both.
Oh.
I like you and Daddy.
Thank you.
But
well,
from you and Daddy, I love Indy the most.
Oh, good answer, girl.
Because then it's not between you two, it's between my puppy.
That is a clever answer. Listen, Leo, it's been so much fun having you on the show. Did you have fun coming on the show today?
Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you for making the time from your busy schedule. And I will let you hear us when we're live again on the internet. And then you can share this with all your friends.
Bye.
Does that sound good? Okay. Thank you. So, for everyone listening today, I thought long and hard about whether I actually wanted to drop an episode with everything going on in India at the moment. It's been depressing, to say the least. But then I thought about the one thing that brings me joy in all this, and that was Dia. So I decided to invite her on and hopefully spread some of the happiness she brings me with others around me. I hope you enjoyed tuning in today and getting a tiny insight into the mind of a 7-year-old. From both Dia and me, stay safe and be well. I hope you enjoyed tuning in today. Do catch the earlier episodes when you get a chance, and more importantly, I would love to hear from you with your thoughts on the show. You can find me on Instagram at Gauri Devidayal or on Twitter at Gauri Details or LinkedIn. Either way, sit back and relax because this round is on me.
I hope you enjoyed that show. If you aren't following us on social media, please do. We're IVM Podcasts on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. We'd like to thank our sponsors this week, thewholetruthfoods.com, PayPal, Cred, and Siat. Thank you so much for working with us. We really appreciate it. First up this week, let me tell you about Cyrus Says. We featured popular YouTuber and actor Prajakta Kohli, who took us through her journey of content creation. We also had conversations with Vasanthi Hariprakash and Sachin Kalbag this week. Really great conversations. Do check those out. Vineet Kanabar goes solo this time on Storytellers and Storysellers as he talks about his favorite IPL ads and how brands have been making content around the Cricket League. On The Habit Coach, Ashton was joined by Arjun and Sumesh of the Fighting Goat podcast to talk about fitness for combat sports like the mixed martial arts. On Nankari, Sadaf and Archit discussed the diet and lifestyle of athletes with the host of the Millennial Athlete, Shok Ramchandra, who is also a pro badminton player and coach. Ambarana opens the 4th season of Know Your Kanun with a list of things he has planned on the show for us, including episodes on immigration law and on career prospects for law students. The IPL season's on and we've definitely got you covered. Tune into the Edges and Sledges podcast if you're looking for English, and if you're looking to listen to something in Hindi, definitely check out Khel Neeti. Both are great shows with great takes. And with that, I hope to see you again next week.
We live in an age of disruption, of immense change in every aspect of work, life, and business. But is the old way of doing things truly dead? And are we ever going to stop saying the new normal? Join me, Varun Dugirala, on Advertising is Dead every Tuesday as I talk to entrepreneurs, leaders, creators, and change makers from across business, media, marketing, and beyond to dig a little deeper into how we got here, what we're doing now, and where we're headed. You can catch all the episodes of Advertising is Dead on the IVM Podcast website, app, or wherever you get your podcasts from.